Now as you look down that front cover page on your book, about halfway down the left-hand column, you're going to notice some identities. They're even titled for us. What are they called? Pythagorean identities. Put your finger on that section. Would you agree that the three Pythagorean identities listed in your book, other than the symbol for the angle being a U in the book, and I use a theta on the board, are they the same?
Yes.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to let you know is if you need to look for the Pythagorean identities, here is location to look for them, if you can't find them in your notes later. They're also listed for us here. Without moving away from that page, there's some additional identities as we start sliding up the page that I need to draw your attention to. Right above the Pythagorean identities is something called the quotient identities. Look at the quotient identities. Say again. Because for the quotients, what we're saying is one trig identity divided exactly by another trig identity, not the number one. What you're looking for is, if you slide up one higher, is the reciprocal identities, and then you see 6 of them. There's only 2 that fit in the quotient, where it's sine divided by cosine. Sine of u divided by cosine of u is tangent of u, or cosine of u divided by sine of u is cotangent of u. Those are the only 2 that are quotients. And then up from that is your reciprocal identities. All of those identities are things for which you're responsible. Look at the very top of that column page, you'll notice that the right triangle trigonometry is listed for you, and the triangle given to you. So there's a lot of information here. I want you to be able to draw it out and look at it. Any other good questions? Any other questions?
And this is information that we need to have memorized for this first quiz.
No. No.
Is it for the test that we are going to be...
You're going to be open book test that I'm going to let you use your book as a reference on. I don't really have to memorize it for that. It's in the book.
Okay.
I mean, I guess if you want to put a big old sticky note over the top of it and memorize it for yourself, you can. I don't see the point. Okay. Let's see how we use it. If theta is an angle in a right triangle and the sine of theta is equal to 4/5, determine the other five trig functions. Now, as you're writing that down, I would hope that you are already in the process of maybe underlining some things that are important, or circling some things that are important, or if you've got highlighters and you prefer to highlight, you're highlighting something important in that equation or in that question. Is there anything important that you would like us to underline or highlight or circle out of this set of information?
4/5.
What do you want to do with 4/5?
Well, sine of theta equals 4/5.
What do you want me to do with that?
Circle it.
Okay? Okay, so that's probably important. Anything else important out of here? Do we want to underline what the question wants us to determine? So if I underline 5 trig functions, does my mind know what those 5 are supposed to be?
You've already got sine.
If I've got sine, do I know then what the other 5 are?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else that I need to know out of this question to underline or circle anything? Okay. Where do I proceed?
You can label the triangle.
Let's draw the triangle so we can label the triangle. By the way, what kind of triangle am I drawing? Well, that might have been important unknown, huh?
Well, we're only talking about right triangle and trigonometry, so it's kind of...
Okay. Where do we want to set our angle theta? Let's set it on top left. There's a reason for that. I'll show you in a second.
Opposite is 4.
Yeah, the opposite's 4, the hypotenuse is 5. So if you visually look at the triangle, this side is about 4, this side is about 5. Sorry. I kind of set you up for that one. I apologize. So now we can use a couple of different things. I hear somebody back there telling me that the remaining side happens to be 3 because they remember the 3, 4, 5 right triangles where 5 has to be the hypotenuse. If you don't remember that form, then you use Pythagorean theorem to determine that remaining side. It's also going to give you 3. But then visually, I think the other thing that might stand out to you if I did it this way is the shortest side is 3, the middle side is 4, and the next side is 5. That's the other reason why I set it up that way. I've got all 3 sides, correct? So now what? Okay, we should reference, or already know, the cosine of theta, the tangent of theta. What are these fractions? Okay. You can. We have the cosecant of theta is the reciprocal of which one?
Sine.
So that means we flip that fraction over as 5/4. The secant of theta is the reciprocal of which one?
Cosine.
So it is.
5/3.
And then the cotangent of theta is equal to?
3/4.
Does that make sense? Anybody have a question about that? That's a lot of what you got to do today. Just do some right triangle trigonometry. Okay?